Watch this. Imagine being so feared that teams try to double you at half court, and all you do is send a simple pass over the outstretched arms to set your teammate up for an easy finish. Well, this is James Harden in 2024. Just a year ago, the whispers were growing louder. Is James Harden washed? Has the beard lost his edge? They said he was done, a shell of the MVP who once dominated the league. His step back wasn't as sharp, his explosiveness, gone. And the trade drama only added fuel to the fire. But this season, something's changed. Harden looks different, faster, smarter, hungrier. The beard is turning back the clock, and the stats don't lie. Harden is proving to everyone that greatness never fades, it evolves. This isn't a comeback, this is a statement for Harden. With James Harden turning 35 before the season started, his game was looking like it would regress. But it's quite the opposite. So let's break down how Harden is silencing the doubters and reminding the world who he really is. But before we get into the video, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and leave a like and comment down below what you guys think the Clippers record will be at the end of the season. But anyways, let's get back into the video. Before we get into the details, let's see how the Clippers are doing so far this season. With a recent win against the Wizards, the Clippers put themselves 6th in the West with a record of 12-8. This puts them in a strong position, especially considering the competitive nature of the West. They're currently ahead of teams like the Nuggets, Mavericks, Suns, and Timberwolves in the standings, and they've managed to do this without arguably their best player in Kawhi Leonard. But it's not only Harden who's put the team where they are now. Players like Norman Powell and Zubac have been playing like their prime selves, with Powell averaging 23 points a game this season, shooting almost 50% from the three. This gives Harden a go-to scorer to give the ball to if he's struggling. And let me not glaze Zubac too much, but he really is the glue of the team. Averaging 16 and 12, he gives Harden everything he needs to help get the Clippers the win. And you'll see more of these two players when we analyze some gameplay of the Clippers later in the video. But now let's talk about Harden, the leader of the team. This season, he's averaging 21.6 points a game, 8.7 assists, and 7.2 rebounds. You can see the difference on the screen from last year and how every stat has improved. It's crazy to say, but he really is turning the clock back, as these compare to his 76er stats when he was around 31 to 32 years old. In Philly, he averaged almost the exact same stats minus an assist a game, which is crazy to say after he aged 3 whole years. Not only are his averages increased this season, but he also passed Ray Allen in 3-pointers made, which puts him in 2nd place. But Harden disagrees with that, and let's see why.
3-pointers made. It's Steph Curry and you.
Listen, I'm going to consider myself number one.
James Harden, the flamethrower! James Harden in the clutch!
Steph don't count.
Seems to be that Harden believes Curry is in a tier of his own, and I agree with that statement. With Harden achieving this accolade and having a phenomenal season, I believe he'll make the All-Star team, which will bring his total to 11. This would really solidify his career and prove age is really just a number. Regardless of the stats and accolades, let's now see how the Clippers and Harden have been able to achieve a great start to the season without Kawhi Leonard. Now we're going to be breaking down some film on Harden and how he's able to use screens to be able to help him finish around the rim. With the first play, Harden receives the ball near the wing and receives a big screen from Zubac. This gives a lane for Harden to attack the basket and finish high on the window for a tough layup. A few plays later, Harden rejects the screen that Zubac gives him. This helps him create space and fire for an easy 3-pointer. The next play later, Harden uses another Zubac screen to allow himself to get in front of Coulibaly to score another crafty layup. These are just a few ways Harden uses screens, especially from Zubac, to create shots for himself. And like I mentioned before, Zubac is such a glue guy for this Clippers team as he creates so many opportunities. Let's just take a look at what Patrick Beverley said a while ago about Zubac.
Okay, here we go. Jokic is number 1. Joel Embiid is number 2. Big Zoo is a friend of mine. He's for sure top 5. He's maybe not 3, maybe not 4, but I'm putting him top 5. I don't know. You asked me my question. Big Zoo is a friend of mine. I told you before I gave you my answer.
While Zubac and Harden have a nice 1-2 punch in the pick and roll, let's now look at how Harden facilitates off these screens. Off the first play, as you saw in the intro, Harden attracts a fake double team, allowing Derrick Jones Jr. to get a free look. But when you look deeper, you see that Harden attracts a double team all the way at half court. Jordan Poole and Coulibaly have some miscommunication, and Harden's able to pass the ball over the outstretched arms of Coulibaly, and Derrick Jones Jr. gets the easiest finish of his life. A little bit later in the game, Harden uses a Mo Bamba screen to get open, which makes Valanciunas question who to guard. This allows Harden to pass the ball to the rolling Mo Bamba for an easy bucket. On this play, Harden uses another Zubac screen to get a switch off. Zubac then attacks at a smaller player for an easy layup. And for me, the best part of Harden's game is the traction he gets when he has the ball. Harden starts in the corner and gets a double screen and receives the ball at the top of the key. He then knows that all the attention is on him, allowing for Derrick Jones Jr. to attack the rim and finish with an alley-oop backdoor slam. On this last play, Harden attracts the double team after scoring 43 points and easily finds a wide open 3-point shooter for an easy bucket. And just like that, since Harden was having a great scoring game, he was able to facilitate and get 7 assists throughout this game. Now let's look at my favorite Harden aspect of his gameplay, his ISO creation. In the transition, Harden uses his strength to score at will against Malcolm Brogdon, who isn't a small guard. This play shows off Harden's strength and ability to finish without a screen. On this next play, James Harden knows there's a mismatch when Jordan Poole is guarding him. This is why he pulls out the signature step back and creates space, and it's an easy 3-pointer. Harden does something similar when he uses a screen to get a switch. He then sets up his defender with a couple between the legs and hits him with his classic step back, creating a wide open shot for Harden. And here's another clip where Harden takes on Coulibaly, an above average defender, and shows he can finish at will. Not only can Harden finish off the layups or step back threes, this guy can hit contested pull up threes. Just watch this. This was also his 23rd point in the first quarter. On one of the last plays on how Harden uses ISO creation to score, Harden drives on Coulibaly, uses strength to bump him, and finish with a classic floater. On this last play, Harden hits a step back 3 to ice off the game, and ended up not even playing in the third quarter. This guy Harden at the age of 35 really could have dropped 50 points against the Washington Wizards, but ended up not even playing in the third quarter. But anyways, this was how James Harden proved that he was not the same type of player that he was last year. This is a new look James Harden, and I really wonder how the Clippers will finish off the season. Comment below your thoughts on the Clippers and how you think they will finish the season off. But anyways, see you guys in the next one.